What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, we actually have a Morant breakdown today, full game, but the game we're actually going to be doing is his most recent 40-point game against the Lakers. Before we get into that, I do have to say we are going to be coming with a little bit more NBA breakdowns right now, simply because, as you all know, college basketball season, I think it's about a week away, and like I said, when that starts, we're going to start to do breakdowns on the top players there. High school season, we're kind of like in almost like a dead period because the only high school teams that are playing are the prep schools, basically the really good prep schools. So you got Montverde, Prolific, of course Vertical and Mikey, because they're playing everybody right now. And like the regular high school teams, things like that, they haven't started yet. I know in Georgia it doesn't start till like November, so we're gonna start getting back into some high schoolers then. But in the meantime, we still are going to do some high schoolers. I still think I need to do Elliot Cadeau, Jalen Curry, Isaiah Collier, because, he go to Wheeler. I've been to Wheeler, worked out, game, practiced everything for Game Elite. So I used to be at Wheeler religiously. So, we got to do him. And he's a Georgia boy, so we already know he's like that. But back to Ja. Just looking at his timeline and everything, his timeline of his career, He might have been on that, because one of you guys you said one of your relatives coached that South Carolina Hornets team with Ja and Z and Devontae Shuler. Now that I think about it, he might have been on that team because the years line up. But at the time, obviously no one knew who Ja was. For all my younger players who, I'm not ranked, I don't know this and that. What am I gonna do with my career? This dude, 0 stars, unranked. He literally got his opportunity because, like I've said before, Murray State coach said, okay, let me go to this back gym. Let me just go see if I can find somebody. He ended up finding Morant. Shout out Yoda, which is Rashad Phillips. I've been following him for a while on Twitter. This dude, he called Ja out freshman year. I think it was mid-freshman year. He said Ja was going to be that. Or it might have been even earlier than that. This dude, that's why they call him Yoda. It's almost like he sees the future. But Ja, what he's doing right now, it's ridiculous, but I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's get into it. Ja's ability to pass is one of the best parts of his game. Watch how he splits the defense, then throws a perfect no-look to Steven Adams. For all my smaller guards, really work on adding this into your game. I froze it here so you guys can see. Finishing with the same leg allows you to get the ball on the backboard faster when negates shot blockers and lets you finish. At this point in his career, Ja has turned into a respectable three-point shooter, but AD knows how quick he is, so as he backs up, Ja raises up, bucket. These next 2 clips are teaching points for you guys. Never jump in the air to pass because there's always a chance you're going to get stuck in no man's land and end up throwing the turnover, as you can see here. And as you're going to see on this next play, it's the same thing. When Ja jumps in the air, he finds out he has no one to pass it to, and it ends in a turnover. Just watch how in control Ja is on the break, taking his time and then throwing the pinpoint oop for the finish. Like I said before, at this point in his career, Ja has a 3-point shot that has to be respected. If you give him any type of space at all, whether it be in the half court or in transition, he has no problem pulling up from 3. And as you're going to see on this last clip, at the end of the shot clock, because of his quickness, defenders have to react backwards, which gives him enough space to pull up, knock down. Not often do you see a player of this size doing things like this in an actual game. I just want to show you guys the dog that is Ja Morant. Watch how he misses this initial layup but stays in the play trying to get the offensive rebound among bigs. And once Steven Adams gets it and gets it back to him, he then finishes over AD and Bron. There's actually nothing to say about this play except for this is just ridiculous. Another ridiculous play, watch how he splits the defense then finishes above the rim, making AD make a business decision. Staying in front of Ja is an extremely tough task because of his shiftiness, and once he gets you off balance, he has the finishes, bucket. Again, his finishes are one of the things that make him even more dangerous. He actually finished with a double-double this game with 10 assists. It's getting to the point now that he doesn't care if he has a hand in his face. Cash. Okay, so Ja, before we get really into the breakdown, let me reiterate this. He's the perfect example. While I tell you guys, you always got to be on your P's and Q's in whatever game you win. I don't care if you're in an 8 a.m. game in an aux gym somewhere. I don't care where you are. You need to be playing to the best of your ability because, like I just said in the intro, this dude literally got an opportunity because he was hooping in a back gym somewhere and a coach just randomly just walked in just trying to see what he could see. That's why I'm telling you guys, you guys always have to be ready to play. You can't just think, ain't nobody really in here. This is like I said, this is an early game. all the way in a back gym on like court 7 or something like that, or if you're at Suwannee, if you really like hoop in AAU, you know, Suwannee Sports Academy. Let's just say, oh, you like at court 1 on Suwannee or something like that, like really out the way. Like, you still gotta come to hoop because opportunities like this don't come all the time. But let's get in the job. Like this dude, what he's doing to the league right now, like this dude is the leading scorer in the NBA, averaging 35 points a game. 35 points a game, like, and 8 assists. Like, what's the ranking for that? Like, he's literally on a whole different level than anyone else in the league. Like I said, he is leading the league in scoring right now. I'm not sure what the ranking is in terms of his 8 assists, but I think if it's not top 10, it's top 15. But like for him, like, you know how like when why Steph is so effective is because everyone knows he can shoot that 3. So everyone presses up on him, which allows him to get driving lanes and get other people open and make lays, things like that. It's almost like the flip side with Ja, right? So with Ja, this dude is a freak athlete, and everyone knows that, right? So they can't press up on him because the second you press up on Ja, no one's staying in front of him, and he's shifty with the ball. He's going by everybody. And as we all know, this dude might have the best missed dunks in NBA history. Like, his misses are better than some people's makes. And everyone in the NBA knows if you let him get to his landing pad, like if you let him hit that 1-2, he might put you in the rim. You're going to be on SportsCenter for the next 2 weeks. And you saw it in the breakdown. AD didn't jump. Like, AD could have gotten a block. Like when Josh split the double and went up with 2 hands, AD could have got the block, but he made a business decision because the league knows now if you jump with him, there's a chance you're going to get dunked on. But because of his driving ability, because he's such a freak athlete, all defenders, they have to back up a little bit, which is why last year to this year was so important for him to develop that 3-point shot, because everyone's going to back up. Whenever he twitches or something like that, you have to back up because he can go by you. So now, as you see, he has no problem. He has no problem making that shot, which is why right now he's leading the league. No one can guard him. Every time he makes a move, you got to back up. And at this point, it's gone. It doesn't matter who's in front of him. You saw he gets the switch on AD. AD knows that. AD knows, okay, he's faster than me, but he does have length, and he is a good defender. So AD's probably thinking, okay, you know, I just play him solid, and I have the length to, you know what I'm saying, reach out. I might be able to get a piece of it, or at least affect it enough that he misses. Ja knows all I really got to do is twitch a little bit. He backing up, shot gone. And at this point, this dude is making them off the dribble in transition. Like, he might miss one in transition. I think he did in this game, but he made another one. I'm talking about, like, he has no problem pulling up at any point now. He had Austin Reeves in his face. Doesn't matter. Pull up, knock down. But offensively, it's not just his scoring. Like I said, in this game, he had 10 assists, and you guys watched some of the assists he was making. Like, this dude, and he has the athleticism. Sometimes he gets caught up with it, but he'll jump in the air and he'll float for long enough that he'll look the other way, and all of a sudden it's gone. Or like you saw, the pass to Xavier Tillman, jumps in the air, gone fast for a dunk. Now, like I said, he does get carried away with it sometimes because, like I said, put those 2 clips back to back. That's one of the biggest things, especially he is young, so young guards do this a lot. They jump in the air when they pass. Especially in the league, you really can't do that because of the level of athlete. Dudes will cut to that passing lane so fast. So as you saw with him, he jumps in the air. Oh, I have no one to pass to. Brian gets the steal. Or with the second time he jumps in the air, he really didn't have anybody there, so he just has to throw it out of bounds. So for all my young guards, young players in general, when you're making passes, when you're playing in the game, the only time you should jump is when you're shooting a shot or a layup. Like, do not jump the pass. Most of the time it's going to end up in turnovers and fast breaks going the other way. But all in all, like Ja Morant, this dude is a definite all-star this year. I want to say he's one of the top 5 guards in the league right now. Like, right now, to this day, right now, today he's one of the top 5 guards in the league. Today. Now, I'm not talking about, we'll see as the season progresses. This might have just been a hot start. I don't think so. But as of today, this dude is one of the top 5 best guards in the league. No one can stop him. Like, this dude had 40 in this one. I think in the first game he had 37. And then I think in the second game he had like 27. That's why he's averaging 35. And he's doing it efficiently. I think he shot, 60-some% in this game. And this is against how many Hall of Famers? Russ, Bron, Melo, and AD, four Hall of Famers, and he's the best player on the court by far. And they should have won this game. He just missed the free throws. But like you saw, this dude is a dog. Like you saw, I put it in there. He misses the initial tough lay, but he's still fighting. And then he finishes over AD and Bron. Or he misses the free throws and he has no problem. He posts on Twitter, I'm not running from this work. Like, failure leads to success. Like I tell you guys all the time, there's no success story without failure first. So I bet you he won't miss those free throws again because he really puts the work in. All in all, like I said, this dude is legitimately going to be an all-star this year. Right now, he is one of the best players in the NBA, one of the most exciting players there are to watch. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. One-on-one instruction, subscriber breakdowns get posted on the channel. Hit my website, Patreon, day-to-day life, real story times, things like that. Like I said, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time with the next video.